All right, go ahead, clap it up. All right, yeah, back in this thing. Shalom, Israel. We the I.S.U.P.K. Started at 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under commanding Jerry YAHANNA, man. And since 1969, we've been telling our people, you know, the blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians that they are the Jews, man, the Israelites. You understand? The Israelites the Bible speaks of. You understand? And with that being said, we have to keep the commandments. You know, since 1969, we've been going hard on these streets, man, these classrooms across the country, bringing out this truth. Bringing out these truths, you know what I'm saying? That the same priests and prophets from the old days was bringing out, man. You understand? This is nothing new, you know? And also, too, with that being said, you know, we have to understand as a people that the only way we're going to be delivered out this hell is that we do keep these laws, statutes, commandments, you know? And we got in this condition because we didn't. You know, we didn't keep the laws, statutes, commandments. We didn't hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God to do all his statutes, commandments, which he commanded us to do. You know, that's why we end up in poverty and in hell and in the ghettos and barrios and reservations, man. That's why. You know, it's not science. It's not a mystery. It's in this Bible, man, how we got in this condition. You understand? I was young. Do me a favor, brother. When you get a chance, give me the book of Deuteronomy. We're going to pick up where we left off. You know what I'm saying? Give me the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 32. And while he's bringing it out, you know what I'm saying? You know, the reason why the so-called Negro in America, you know, and our brothers, the tribe of Issachar, the so-called, what you call Mexicans, are despised in this place, man. We're hated by the other nations, man. But you would think all the hell we've been through in this place, who the hell would hate us? What have we done to the, you know, to these other nations for them to hate us the way they do, man? What have the tribe of Issachar done to be their children, you know, at the border, locked in cages, man, sleeping on aluminum foil blankets? What have they done that was so bad, man? What have the Negro done here in America, man? We fought your wars. We washed your clothes. We suffered your abuse, and you still hate us, man. You still find some reason to hate the Negro in this place. You understand? Our children has been through hell, man. You know what I'm saying? It was 400 years of slavery, man. You know, disgusting heathens had us in chains, man. Had our babies killed, our wives raped and ravished, man, hung from trees. You understand me? You know, so how the hell could you hate us, man? How? I don't understand it. But give me the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 32. Man, we're gonna show you here in this Bible that these curses in Deuteronomy can only apply to the Negroes and Hispanics, man, Native American Indians, man. Nobody else, man. I can take this to court and win. You understand? I could take this evidence in Deuteronomy to court, also Yadazar, and win, proving that we are the Jews, man. With this information and these records in the Bible. You understand? So give me that when you got it, brother.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 32. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people.
Oh, man. Our sons and daughters given to another people. When you hear that, who just think about it, man. All the nations on the face of the earth, who could this be talking about? Ask yourself that for a minute, man. Well, you got this fake Jew, you know what I'm saying, prancing around like he's the real Jew, so-called white man, all these Weinsteins and all these crazy last names, you know, that run America, that run the world, run the entertainment industry. You understand what I'm saying? They run the sports entertainment. They run everything, even the filthy porn industry. These fake Jews run it. They're wealthy, man. You understand me? This don't sound like their children were never given into, you know, another people, man. Read that again, brother.
Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people.
Read on.
And thine eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long.
Read on.
And there shall be no might in thine hand.
There's nothing you're going to be able to do about it, man. You will have no might in your hand. And this is another question I have for these, you know, blackity black groups and all these, you know, Egyptologists and all these so-called wise men that say, well, you're Africans, man. You're Africans. Well, it says right here, read that no might in thine hand part again, brother.
And there shall be no might in thine hand.
There's nothing we can do about it, man. Nothing we can do about it. So where was our help at? If we're so-called Africans, how come the Africans didn't come get us? Or try to avenge what happened to our daughters and sons, man? They don't. The Nigerians hate you. People from Ghana hate you. Morocco, what is it, stinking West African countries, man. Like they didn't do anything to avenge what happened to our sons and daughters. So that, because we're not Africans, man. We're the Jews. We're the most hated, man. This Bible is talking about us, black man, Hispanic man, Native American Indian man. You understand what I'm saying? Drop that, man. Give me 28 and 48.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies.
Serve thy friends.
Thine enemies.
Serve, you understand, your enemies, man. Read on.
Which the Lord shall send against thee.
Go ahead.
In hunger and in thirst.
You're going to serve your enemies, man, in hunger and in thirst. Read on, brother.
And in nakedness and in want of all things.
And in want of all things. You understand that? This is Bible prophecy, man. This applies to now, man. In want of all things. That could only be talking about blacks, Hispanics, and American Indians, man. It could only be. Read down the last part, brother.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee.
Man, listen to that. A yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee, man. Who the hell else is this talking about? You understand? Drop down. Give me what I want. Give me verse 50, man. We're gonna bring something out heavy right now to prove to you, you know what I'm saying? This Bible is only talking about blacks, Hispanic, and American Indians, man. And it talks about we do have an oppressor, man. You understand? There is an enemy here that is against you in every single way, man. Read on, brother. Give me 28 and 50.
Verse 50. A nation of fierce countenance.
Fierce countenance. Read on.
Which shall not regard the persons of the old, nor show favor to the young.
Good night, man. Fierce countenance. Who could that be talking about? Does that sound like your local police officer, man? Who stops and harasses teenagers on the way from school? Who sets up bait cars in the projects, man? Or better yet, who shoots Michael Brown in cold blood, man, leaves his body out there for his mother to see and cry. Fierce countenance, man. You understand? They won't regard the person of the young or the old, man. You know what I'm saying? This enemy, the so-called white man who was our oppressor, he had you picking cotton to the wee hours of the morning, man. I got something to bring out, man, in this book called Tell All the Children Our Story, man. It's a good book. You understand what I'm saying? By Tanya Bolden, man. This is stuff they're not teaching us kids in school, man. They ain't teaching us our history, man. They ain't teaching what happened to us out in this place, man. A nation of fierce countenance. Read that part about who would not regard Officer Yanazar.
With a nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the persons of the old, nor show favor unto the young.
Man, he will not give a damn how young you are, how old you are. He don't care, man. Fierce countenance, man, won't regard it. Hand this book to him, Brother Shaw. Read this passage right here, brother. This book is called Tell Our Children Our Story, Israel. Check this out, man. Read that passage when you get a chance, Brother Shaw. Right here, brother. Right there in the middle. You understand? I'm gonna show you in these books, man. This is real history. They don't regard the young, man. They don't give a damn. The so-called white man, our oppressor, man, gives more care to an animal than he does to people, man. You wouldn't treat a dog the way he treated us. Read what you got when you get it, brother.
We didn't have hardly any clothes. And most of the time, they were just rags. We went barefoot until it got real cold. Our feet would crack.
Our feet would crack. Read on.
Open from the cold and bleed.
Man, imagine that, man. These are children we reading about here in this book. Your so-called oppressor didn't give a damn, man. Right. You got the nerve to ask us why we yell, why we so angry, why we have the nerve to hate our oppressor. Read on, brother.
We would sit down, bawl, and cry because it hurt so.
Yo, listen to that, man. Your feet cracking. Mass ain't even have enough common decency to give you shoes, man. Or care that your shoes were too small or didn't fit. It was sit down and cry, man. Read on.
Mother made moccasins for our feet from old pants.
Good night. Look at that. A black woman made a way. Look at that. Mother made what? Read that part again.
Mother made moccasins for our feet from old pants.
From old pants, man. We were resilient people. That's Negroes right there, man. You understand? We make a goddamn way. Keep reading, brother.
Late in the fall, master would go to the Hannibal or the Palmyra and bring us shoes and clothes. We got those things only once a year.
Only once a year? Shoes and clothes. Now you think about that for a minute. How many times you wait in line for some Jordans nowadays and you get your children everything they want, man? How dare you forget your ancestors, what they've been through, man? How dare you forget what our children went through, what your forefathers and foremothers went through, man? Once a year. Read on, brother.
I had to wear the young master's overalls for underwear.
She had to wear the young, come on now. Master's over, what do you say? Master's what?
Young master's overalls for underwear.
For underwear. Read on, man.
And Lindsay's for a dress.
Good night. That's all you got on that?
It tells you who she is.
Go ahead, keep reading.
It says Emma Knight, along with her father, mother, and 2 sisters, was enslaved on a small farm in Missouri.
A small farm. That was your oppressor. You know how cold it gets up there in Missouri, man. You know how cold it gets. That's what our people went through, man. You don't hear about this during Black History Month. You don't hear about this. You know why you don't hear about this, man? Because our oppressors, the devil, and our leaders don't give a damn, man. Your Christian pastors, your Martin Luther Kings, your Jesse Jacksons, they're too busy taking money and bribes from the so-called white man to ever really stand up. You understand? Stand up for black people, man. Not singing and marching and clapping, but some real change, man. They're not mad enough. They're not angry enough, man. They don't give a damn what happened. They're too busy feeding their own bellies, man. How dare you do this for our children, man? Women. You know what I'm saying? Little boys, man. We have I.S.U.P.K. We haven't forgot what was done to ancestors, man. We research these records and these books, man. We give a damn what happened to our people, man. And we want vengeance, man. The Most High is going to give us that. You understand that? The water for that, brother. Drop the book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 and 68. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna tell you the truth here, man. I.S.U.P.K., you know, under Commander YAHANNA, this is our job, man. And we professionals, man. If you're not I.S.U.P.K., you're not in the truth. Go ahead, read on, brother.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
The Lord's gonna bring us to Egypt again with ships, right? So we know the first time he took us out of Egypt, he delivered us out of the hands of Pharaoh, no stinking Africans who had us in bondage. That was the first time. It says again, Giannis, are you sure you're reading that right?
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
With ships, man. Now you ask, how did the so-called stinking African get over here? Anybody know? How did the Nigerians and Ghana and Eritrean, Ethiopians, how did they get over here, man? You don't need a ship to get to Egypt from there. But how the hell did they get over here to America? If this book is talking about stinking Africans, which is not, I don't remember seeing signs that says Ethiopians for sale. I don't see a sign that says Nigerians for sale. I do remember seeing signs that says Negroes for sale down at the auction block. I do remember seeing signs say Negroes for sale. You understand that? I remember seeing that. You know, Africans weren't sold as slaves. How did Africans get over here to America? They flew over here, man. Africans flew over here by choice. They didn't go on no cargo slave ships. Can you imagine that? They flew over here, man. We came over here on cargo slave ships, man. Read on, brother.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again, and there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
Sold into your friends.
Your enemies.
Go ahead.
For bondmen and bondwomen.
Bondmen and bondwomen, man. Read on.
And no man shall buy you.
When it says no man shall buy you, that word means no man shall free you, man. It's old English. There's nothing you can do about it, man. You're going to be on these cargo slave ships in the most harsh conditions, eating God knows what. Half of us didn't even make it, man. And you want me to have compassion for some damn Holocaust? What you're reading right here, man, the transatlantic slave, what, over 100 million Jews died or was sold into slavery? Out of that 100 million, how many of us died, man? How many of us died in that that was it, the transatlantic slave trade? What do y'all
if I may, it's been numbered that because if I may,
go ahead.
Out of every 3 ships, only 1 ship made it to port.
Go ahead.
So they say between 60 and 100 million perished between Africa and with the destination in the West.
Good night, man. And you want me to feel sorry for some damn Holocaust when they say 6 million, which is probably a lie. I gotta send my children to school to learn about some fake Jew who's parading around as us. And he has to learn about Hitler and the Holocaust and gas chambers, the Nuremberg trials, Anne Frank. I learned about Anne Frank. I never learned Deuteronomy 20:68 though. I had to write a report on some devil, Anne Frank, man. Most High in Christ. The hell is that? I didn't learn this in school, man. My children didn't learn. Even Black History Month, the shortest damn month of the year, they don't teach this, man. Guess who else don't teach this? Pastor Joe Willie, man. Pastor Joe Willie don't give a damn about the Old Testament. He don't care about these records, man. He just wants your money, man. He don't teach this. You wonder why you in church, standing next to some white man or some white woman. And you wonder why Dylan Roof goes into a church and kills your grandmama. You wonder why. But you thought the white man was your friend. You thought these Africans, these other nations were, you know what I'm saying? You come on, man. Pastor Joe Willie, you got to do a better job, brother. How about you just turn those keys over to Commander YAHANNA, man? Give up your damn church, man. You are misleading our people, man. You ain't teaching them what the hell they need to know. Hell, you going to skip over these curses in the Bible, man. That's the foundation of the Bible. It's in the beginning. It tells you how we got here in this condition, man. How dare you skip over these records, man? You understand? Drop that. And give me the book of Baruch, man. 4:6. You may ask yourself, why is it that we got like this, though? What do we do to God to put us on cargo slave ships, to have our young children working in fields, man, in harsh conditions? You may feel like God is, unjust. I heard Sarnetta say some stuff like, yo, your God is mean as hell. Your God don't give a damn. Your God sent bears to kill 42 children because he don't understand these records, man. He don't understand how the Most High works, man, how much he loves and cares about us, man. He is a good father, and he was right to put us in captivity, man. The Most High was so right to have us in those chains with a yoke of iron upon our necks. He was right to do it because we were disobedient children, man. Read what you got, brother. Whenever you get it, you'll sweat.
I got it out of one. The book of Baruch, chapter 4, verse 6. Ye were sold to the nations, not for your destruction.
We were sold to the nations, not for destruction. Read on.
But because ye moved God, the Most High, to wrath.
Tell them where you're reading from again, man.
The book of Baruch in the Apocrypha, chapter 4, verse 6.
Now, you put that in your notes, man. You put that in your notes while you're watching this video, man. We moved the Most High God to wrath, man. You understand that? That's why. That's why we were getting hung, man. That's why we was on cargo slave ships. That's why we on Wiccan food stamps in the projects, man. That's why. That's why you in the projects of roaches and rats with all the pestilence cleaving into you, man. You moved the Most High God to wrath. That's why. Who else is talking about this, man? What other leader is going to tell you why? They won't, because they don't read the Bible, man. They don't know. They're not authorized to teach these scriptures, man. You take these scriptures to your pastor on Sunday. You take them to him, man. You tell him I read it. The I.S.U.P.K told me why, Pastor Joe Willie. You got some explaining to do. You take my money, but you ain't teaching me, man. How come I learn this from niggas with beards, boots, braids, and gold teeth? How come I learn it from niggas on the street corner? How? And you got this big, great, huge church in here, man, and you ain't teaching us a damn thing. But I do know how to play the tambourine. I do know how to praise dance. Speaking in tongues, tie my bow tie. You learn all that garbage in there. The hell is that, man? Read that again, man.
The book of Baruch, chapter 4, verse 6. Ye were sold to the nations, not for your destruction, but because ye moved God to wrath.
You moved the Most High God to wrath, and you were sold to these other nations, man. Everybody has benefited off the slavery of the so-called Negro, man. The Israelites, the 12 tribes. The only reason why Egypt was so great, why these black weed smoking dreadhead idiots love Egypt so much, talking about Mansa Musa, who the hell, all these other Pharaoh Kino Hutatata and all this garbage. You know what I'm saying? You worry about Pharaoh Kuma Mutatata, who's a homosexual and a drug addict, how great Egypt was. You know why Egypt's so great? Because you had us in bondage, man. You had us building your treasure cities. Go ahead, Yanazar.
If I may, sir. And these same Egyptologists or Egyptologists,
Right, that's right.
you know, they hated us, man. They didn't even want to eat with us, man. They wouldn't even sit at our table. They thought that we was an abomination, man.
Well,
that's in the scriptures.
Right.
In Genesis. I mean, in Exodus.
Right.
You know, they hated us,
they
man.
Did. That's
and
right.
we cannot, if I may, we cannot trace our heritage back to them.
Good night.
But we can trace our heritage to the Israelites in the Bible.
That's right, man. Get it out of hand, man. You can trace that back to the Israelites in the Bible, man. We reading it. You understand that? Go back. You know, give me 28:49, man. It don't make no. You gonna sit up here, man? Come on now. Only our people been through hell in this place, man. I don't have no sympathy for these other freaking nations who had us in captivity. You know what I'm saying? And these so-called movies and these, you know, TV shows, you know, they'll show, you know, a little glimpse of maybe what slavery was like. Maybe what a cargo slave ship, what Amistad. You got a bunch of Africans and who the hell else playing this, you know. And they paint these visuals to make it seem like, you know, man, that's bull crap, man. It was way worse than that, man. You think Hollywood's going to really show you the nitty gritty of how evil the white man is?
That's right.
These watered down cartoons and movies are a joke, man. You know, read what you got, brother.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 49. The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far.
Read on.
From the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth.
As swift as the what flieth?
Eagle flieth.
Now, who the hell else could that be talking about in this place, man? From far against us, as swift as the eagle flies. You do know this is talking about the so-called white man. You do realize that. He's the one who has us in slavery here in America, man. With a yoke of iron upon our necks. Going to him in want of all things, man. For hunger and in thirst. Swift as an eagle fly. The Bible is so poetic too, man. Read on, brother.
A nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand.
We don't understand their tongue, man. We don't understand how the hell they talk. I know how I talk. I know how my niggas talk. I know my Hispanic brothers, my Dominican brothers talk. You understand that? I understand that tongue. I don't understand how the so-called white man speaks, though. All these terms, conditions, you just fast forward through the damn thing. You don't know all these big words. You don't understand all that crap. And these stinking, disgusting teachers think that we're complicated, like our speech is something. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I can have a whole conversation with my brothers right here speaking in slang, and they don't know exactly what the hell I'm talking about. You understand what I'm saying? But let some stupid big head white man come in here try to explain cryptocurrency to you or some other kind of, you know, whatever. You be like, what the hell is he even talking about? This Bible is real history, man. Keep on, read on, brother.
Verse 50. We read that already. Want me to read it again?
Yeah. Go back to swift as the eagle flies, man.
The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from afar, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth.
Good night, man. Swift as the eagle flieth, man. You know, America is that eagle, man. The so-called white man. You understand me? Yeah, that is so. That matter. Swift as the eagle flieth. You know, this is something that we, as a people, man, we have to get to the point that we have to understand we are the real Jews, man. The people who are personating to be us are not us. They don't bring out records like this. They never even read it. How dare they say they're the real Jews? How dare your Christian pastor not read this, man? You read this in church about an eagle, you're like, hold on, eagle. I look at my dollar, I see eagle. Look at my quarter, I see eagle. This nigga talking about slavery, cargo slave ships, yada, yada. Somebody got some explaining to do. You understand that? Give me the book of Obadiah, Baba Kashah, chapter 1 and give me Obadiah 1 and 4, man. Swift as an eagle flieth, man. You understand? That's only talking about the so-called white man, man. Good night, brother. When you get it, read what you got. Go ahead, brother.
The book of Obadiah, verse 4. Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle.
Oh, my goodness. Though thou exalt thyself as an eagle. You know the book of Obadiah is talking about Edom, man. It's prophesying the destruction of Edom. It's only one chapter, man. You ain't doing nothing but sitting at home, you know, listening to Pastor Joe Creflo Dollar. He ain't talking about the book of Obadiah, man. He's not trying to explain how we got in this condition. He don't give a damn. He just cares about your dollar, man. Your imams don't care. You're stinking, you know, Muslim, who the hell ever teacher don't read this? Read it again, brother.
though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars.
Good night. Read on.
Thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord.
The Most High is going to bring you down, man. The so-called white man set his nest upon the stars, man. He said, swift the eagle fly. That is talking about the so-called white man. You understand what happened in 1969 when the what's the brother, the devil that Neil Armstrong, was it? Neil Armstrong, man. The moon landing. What did they say when they landed on the moon?
The eagle has landed.
Eagle has landed, man. That's talking about America. That's talking about the so-called white man. It's right here in the record book, man. I can take the so-called white man to court and win with this evidence and proof that he's the devil. It's simple. You understand what I'm saying? Oh, you had something? That's right. That's heavy, man. Look at that, man. Using the eagle's code names, man. And it's so poetic that the Most High used the eagle too. You know, you ever seen an eagle, man? That is a serious, serious predator bird, man. I mean, just look at his face and just look at the eyes and that sharp ass beak. How he just tears into his prey without regard. He's flying all high. He don't even flap his wings like that. You know, the eagle just flap and just soar over proudly, man. They use it because he's a very proud bird. Go ahead, what you got, brother?
You know, and also I was watching this video one time, but I was gonna get cut to the chase.
Go ahead.
It was this eagle, and this is the nature of the eagle, and this is one of the reasons why the Most High, you know, put the eagle brand on them. Mm-hmm. The eagle, like, he had all of these animals that was near his nest,
right?
And he wouldn't eat none of those animals. He would wait till those animals get fat. He would go away from the nest and find other animals further away from the nest. But those animals that was close to him, he waited till they got good and fat. Then he would go and destroy them. That's the nature of the white man. He waits till you get something, and then he comes and takes it from you.
Good night. Shh, that's heavy, man. You talking about some, you know, imagery right there. That's the eagle, man. He don't give a damn. Yeah, that's a fierce predator, man. This Bible is real, man. Give me the book of Luke, chapter 21 and verse 24, man. You know, and it's a sad thing because, you know, like I said, we look around in our condition and we like, man, has God forsaken us, man? You know, we explained to you here how we got in this condition, how we ended up in these, you know what I'm saying, you know, in jail, man. Blacks and Hispanics make up, you know what I'm saying, damn near, you know, 80-90% of the population in these prisons, man. You know what I'm saying? Because we have an oppressor, Luke 21 and 24. You know, the oppressor has, you know, these programs set in place for us to fail, man. You understand that? This Bible is talking, these curses are real, man. Look no further than this book, man. Read what you got, brother.
The book of Luke.
You too wild. Take your time, man.
The book of Luke, chapter 21, verse 24. And they shall fall by the edge of the sword.
Go ahead.
And shall be led away captives into all nations.
We're going to be led away captive to all nations, man. Look where we at. We're in South America. We're in North America, man. Mixed in with these damn heathens, man. That's when you look at this 12 tribes chart. You say, well, hey, that ain't where they're supposed to be. It's the bulk of us, man. Where the majority of us prophesied that we're going to be at. Among these other nations, read on.
And Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles.
Good night, man.
Until the time of the Gentiles be fulfilled.
Until the time the Gentiles be fulfilled. You understand me? In this context, we know we ain't talking about our brothers who are Gentiles. We're talking about these stinking heathens, man. They're going to pay for what they did to us, man. They're going to pay. You understand what I'm saying? Drop that when you get a chance. But you know what's crazy? You know, it's not good enough to understand that, you know, it's not good enough to understand that we're just cursed in this place. You know, it's not gonna just understand that and then a why, but how do we get out of this hell? How do you understand me? How do we turn from our wicked ways and get back on good graces with the Most High? How? Anybody know? Go ahead, Jonas.
by coming into the I.S.U.P.K.
That's right.
and doing the law, statutes, and commandments.
Get that brother a hand, man. You know what I'm saying? And that seems like an easy thing, but when you have these stinking Christian pastors, you understand, telling you that the laws are done away with, you like a real sheep lost out here. You like, damn, I just gotta accept being shot by the police. I guess God just hates us then. I guess my brother's gonna be at the border. I guess my destiny is to be locked up in prison. I don't even know how to get out of this hell. Pastor Joe Willie ain't teaching how to get out this hell. You understand what I'm saying? We have to keep these laws, statutes, commandments, man. We have to do that in order to get back in good graces with the Most High God, man. Come together as a people. Then he will hear our cry, man. Then he will hear our cry. You understand what I'm saying? There's laws. You cannot eat pork. You cannot be a lesbian. You cannot smoke weed, man. You cannot smoke weed. You can't envy your oppressor. Pastor Joe Willie is not speaking of this stuff. Now you wonder why we're so destroyed in our houses, man. You wonder why our communities are trodden down by drugs and gang violence. But there's a church on every damn corner. There's a church on every corner, but yet and still our people are destroyed in these cities, man. Well, your pastor rolls up in a damn Bentley, man. You know, and is that it, Brother Tom? Want to check on that? You know, oh, you too wild. You understand what I'm saying? Well, your pastor's rolling around in a freaking Bentley. You know, you're getting shot down in the street, man. While your mother leaves every man that she's been with, and you looking for a father figure. You're looking for a father. Every nigga you get close to, your mama leave him. But she go to church every Sunday with that tight ass dress, that big ass hat. While you're at home wanting a father figure, she leaves every man because she talked to pastor, and pastor said, girl, if you ain't happy, just leave him, man. What kind of crap is that to say to a sister, man? What kind of crap is that to say to a sister, man? How dare you tell our people that these laws are done away with? That is a crime, man. You pastors are going to pay for the lies you told to our people. That's why we're so destroying this place. The public enemy number one, I don't think it's a so-called drug dealer, gang member. It's the pastor, man. He's the reason why they out here lost like that. You would think they would go to him for some kind of guidance, but no, you see us on the street corners, these highways and byways, dressed like real soldiers. You just think we some crazy nuts, man. You understand me? No, bro. These are real priests and prophets of the I.S.U.P.K, man. We come to tell you the damn truth, man. Unlike your coward Christian pastor, man. You understand what I'm saying? We're going to talk about these laws, man. We're going to talk about how the law is not done away with. Creflo Dollar, Pastor John Gray, Juanito Bynum. You understand what I'm saying? What's the other knucklehead? Geno Jenkins. What's the brother that in Baltimore, that big ass church? You understand? You ready, Officer Yanazar? And with that, we'll pass the class to Priest Officer Yanazar.
Okay, Connor won't come. Once again, we are the I.S.U.P.K. out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General YAHANNA. And as you may know, we teach the truth of the Bible, that Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are the true Israelites of the Bible.
That's right.
Okay. I'm Officer 50 Yanazar here in the Durham School, and I'll be holding down the class for the duration. I just want to say, like my brother Officer Kowal, the things that he was saying, you know, we do these things, we say these things out of love, man. We don't get paid. Right. You know what I'm saying? And you can hear the passion in the brother. The brother is trying to tell his people the truth so that you can know the truth and come back to the Lord. So he could fight our battles and take us up out of here, man, because what we're promised is a great thing. Right. You understand? If we do these laws, statutes, and commandments. That's right. Understand? So tonight I have, let me put it this way. We have a directive or our job to inform our people of every aspect of this Bible to get them to understand. And one of the things that we want you to understand is that this Bible, this book, is our records. It belongs to the Israelites and the Israelites only. And if I make a statement like that, then I have to, no. If we make a statement, we have to prove it. You know, we just can't come up here and say anything and then it's good. And we expect you just to believe it. We go into these scriptures and we prove it. You understand? So tonight, what I'm going to prove to you tonight is something pertaining to the Apostle Paul. Now, the Apostle Paul was given a mission by Christ himself. You know, when he met the Apostle Paul on the way to Damascus. And Paul's mission was in line with what Christ was doing. Like he was carrying on the work of Christ. And his job basically was to go out and preach the word of Christ to the Israelites that had went out into other nations and other cities. Right. And that's what he did. That was his job. And what I'm going to prove to you now, what the Apostle Paul did was he wrote what is called the 14 epistles. This is part of the Bible. It's the crust or the meat of the New Testament. Right. Okay. And it's 14 letters. Epistle is a letter. He wrote 14 epistles that are in the Bible today, in the New Testament. And what I'm going to prove to you today, that those 14 letters, each one of them was written to Israelites in the cities that the epistle is named after. For instance, right. Corinthians, right. The Israelites that were in the city of Corinth. Right. You understand? Philippians, the people, the Israelites that were in Philip, whatever the name of the city was. I don't really know the name of the city. Philippi, the water. Philippi, okay? Wherever they was, Romans was for the Israelites that were in Rome. Right. And he tells you this in every letter. Right. And that's what I'm going to bring out here today, and I'm going to prove it to you. If you believe in this Bible, then you know it's the truth. Right. If you don't believe in this Bible, then hey, this is not for you. Right. Go on, turn to another channel. This is not for you. Okay. So, first of all, I'm going to give you I'm going to tell you who Paul was first. We're going to start that off. I'm going to prove to you that Paul was himself a black man, an Israelite of the tribe of Benjamin. You understand? Which would be today so-called West Indians. Yaman. That's him. Okay? So we're going to go to the book, if you could. The book of Romans, chapter 11, and verse 1. Now, this is Paul in a certain circumstances where he's revealing his bloodline. You understand? And he's telling these people who he is and why he's doing what he's doing. You got it?
Sir.
Read, sir.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 11, verse 1. I say then, have the Most High cast away his people?
He's asking a question. He's saying, did God cast away his people? Read on.
God forbid.
Hell no.
That's right.
Hell no. Now read on, sir.
For I also am an Israelite of the seed of Abraham, of the tribe of Benjamin.
Here he's telling you that he is the seed of Abraham through the tribe of Benjamin, an Israelite, a black man. That's Paul. Yeah, right. So this is going to kill all of this nonsense that they're trying to teach throughout the earth to persuade people other than the truth. You understand? This is what they do. Now, like I said earlier, Paul was a continuation. He continued the mission that Christ had given him. You understand? And that was the continuation of Christ's own mission. And this is what Christ's mission was. Break it down to the lowest common denominator. Right. Let me have the book of Matthew, chapter 5, verse 24. This is what Christ came on the earth to do. You understand? And Paul was a continuation of this. Let me know when you have it, Adawan.
5 and 24.
This
is the book of Matthew, chapter 5 and verse 24. Leave there thy gift before the altar.
It's my fault. 15
and 24. No sweat. No sweat. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 15 and verse 24. But he answered and said, I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
That's what he said. He said, I'm only sent to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Right. Meaning, the Most High Power sent Christ to inform the lost sheep of the house of Israel and to do for them, to bring them back to him. That was Christ's mission, to teach us, to let us know what we need to do to get back to the Most High, right, so that we could be adopted back to the Most High. That's right. Okay, and now let's go to the book of Romans chapter 9, verse 3 and 4. Okay. Now I'm going to prove that. You understand? This is what Paul's mission was. You understand? This is what he was out here trying to do at the behest of Christ, the greatest man that ever walked this earth. Right. And if Christ said that I only came for the lost sheep of the house of Israel, then that's what he came for. Right. He didn't come for no other reason. That came out of his own mouth. Right. Look at Matthew chapter 15, verse 4. Now we're going to go to Romans chapter 9, verse 3 and 4.
This is the book of Romans chapter 9, verse 3. For I could wish that myself were accursed from YAHANNA for my brethren.
So he's saying here that he wished that he was taken away or never met Christ if it would help his brethren. You understand? This is what he's saying here. Read on.
My kinsmen, according to the flesh.
My kinsmen, my relatives, my family, right, according to the flesh. When if you're a family member according to the flesh, that means we're blood related. Those are the Israelites once again. That's right. Read on, read on.
Verse 4. Who are Israelites?
Who are Israelites? That's who Paul, that was his mission to the Israelites, just like Christ.
That's right.
This is what he's telling you right here. My kinsmen who are Israelites. Read on.
To whom pertaineth the adoption.
To who pertaineth the adoption. Now, what is an adoption? Adoption is when you adopt somebody, a child, in most cases, that is not directly related to you. But you can adopt somebody who's related to you as well. Right. So an adoption is that you take responsibility for someone. That's what an adoption is. So what he's talking about here is the adoption, the readoption. Once Christ was murdered for us, he gave his blood, his life for us so that we could be readopted back to the Most High. That's what he's talking about here. Read on.
To whom pertaineth the adoption and the glory and the covenants.
Hold up. There it is. See, that, for me, this was the stunner. When I learned this, man, I was like, oh, no. I knew they was lying to us. He said, read it again.
Who are Israelites, to whom pertaineth the adoption and the glory and the covenants.
Covenants. Multiple. Two. There's only two covenants that were made with the Most High in the history of creation. Two covenants. The covenant that was made with the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, which gives you the bloodline. And the other covenant, the second covenant that was made through the sacrifice of Christ. Those are the only two covenants, and both of those covenants were for Israel. Read on.
That's right. And the giving of the law.
Hold on. The giving of the law. He only gave the law to the Israelites.
Right.
He never gave no law, no communications, no nothing to any other nation. Read on.
And the service of the Most High. And the promises.
And the promises. Now, there's some people say, man, the service of the Most High, what is that? How to serve the Most High and how to praise him according to his own words, man. That's what we do every Saturday at the Sabbath service. That was what we do when we go to camp and cry aloud for our people. You understand? That's what we do when we obey the Lord's statutes and commandments. Sure. That's the service of God. You understand? When we treat our fellow brother with respect and dignity and with love, and we treat our fellow brother as we would want to be treated ourselves. That's service of God. Read that part again.
Kana one kan. And the giving of the law, and the service of the Most High, and the promises.
Now the promises. Now, that's what I want to emphasize that a little bit before we get into directly into the topic matter, the subject matter. The promises. When we made a covenant with the Most High, I think when we agreed, it was, I think, in Exodus. It was an agreement between the Most High and the tribes of Israel. Because when the Most High gave us the offer, we said, yeah, we'll do it, Lord. Yeah, we're going to follow them Lord statutes and commandments.
Right.
And within that was a promise. You understand? And the promise that he gave us was rulership, that we would rule over the earth.
That's right.
We would be the highest nation, which is rulership on the earth. You understand? That's the promise. You understand? And no matter what, this was the word of the Most High speaking right here. That was the promise that he gave us. You understand? Yeah, right. And this is what the Apostle Paul was trying to teach to the Israelites in these various cities. That this promise was still for you, man. Wow. But it's just not the way it's not just the way before. Like, you don't have to do the animal sacrifice no more, but you still got to do the law. Right. You got to do the law in the spirit in which Christ brought.
That's right, man. That's
in right. Christ's spirit of brotherhood. If I do the law and if I obey the Most High, it's good for my brother. If he does it, it's good for me. Right. Whatever we do in this law, in this culture that the Most High gave us, is good for all of us. It's not good for one person. It's not a selfish culture. It's a culture for everybody. Right. To, if you would read these scriptures, man, and see the culture that the Most High gave us. Let me have Jeremiah 17:4.
Come on, sir.
The culture that the Most High gave us, man, it was so beautiful, man. If you had a cornfield, this is another thing that struck me when I began to learn. If you had a cornfield or a grape vineyard or whatever you had, right, and it was time for the harvest, man, you couldn't even harvest all your grapes. You had to leave them four corners for your brothers, man, who didn't have no grapes. Right. You understand? It's beautiful, man. Right. We have to learn to appreciate this is like. Chinese people built a culture along the way from themselves. Indian people built a culture for themselves along the way. They created their own culture. But you set apart people, you Israelites was given a culture by the Most High God. You got that, other one?
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 17. And you said verse 4? And 17 and verse 4. And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee.
Stop right there. You see that? This is a punishment, which when he reads on, you're going to see that because the culture that he gave us was so wonderful and so beautiful, you understand, and so selfless, that because we rejected it, read on.
And I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not. For ye have kindled a fire in mine anger, which shall burn forever.
Okay. See, you understand? You got to understand what's going on. Right. And it's our job to cause you to understand, man. That's what we do. Right. What's happened here is that at a certain point, the Most High was tired of our nonsense, man. Tired of us following, whoring after these other nations, man. Tired of us, even our great men, building temples and sacrificing to devils, right, and idolatry. So he said, okay, I'm going to cause you to discontinue. Since you rejected this culture that I gave you, I'm going to take it from you. And I'm going to cause you to serve your enemy. Right. And has this not happened to us, man? Can't you see that this has happened to us? That's right. Brother Kowal was showing you previously that this is our records, man. Right. We the ones that fit the description, man. No other nation on this earth fits the description. That's right. It's us, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. That's who this Bible is to, for, and about. It's for you. The promise is for you. I want that. You know, back in the 90s, we used to talk about 40 acres and a mule. That's what the white man promised us after slavery. To hell with that. I used to want my 40 acres and a mule because we were ignorant to that. But compare 40 acres and a mule to rulership. Now, what's the best promise? What you got better than that? You can search the universe. You ain't going to never get nothing better than that. You was offered the greatest culture, the greatest position ever offered to a nation, man. That you would have the greatest man on earth, your king, YAHANNA, who you call Jesus Christ as the ruler. None of you niggas, nobody knows what it's like to be ruled by a righteous king. We don't know nothing about that. The only glimpse we have of it is this book right here. This is the only glimpse that we have of a righteous kingdom, man, because we've never seen it, man. I want to see it. That's why I'm in the I.S.U.P.K.
Damn right.
You understand?
Damn right. Damn right.
I'm not tithering. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not in doubt about this. You know, I've searched the world, my life, for the truth. So I know what I'm talking about. You understand? I see men in here who are real men that are worthy to be followed. I'm not ashamed. You understand? I'm 63 years old, and I got men that's younger than my youngest child that I serve under. And I'm not ashamed because these men earn their spot. They come in here every day, and they try to teach our people the truth. You understand? And that's what I'm doing now. Go ahead, sir.
That's a heavy point you brought about the 40 acres and the mules. I remember you in the world, you know, you think you're so smart, you're like, man, we need our 40 acres and the mules. And then you come in here and learn the truth. You're like, damn, those 40 acres and a mule. I want the kingdom of heaven, man. Right. I know damn 40 acres and a mule will be, you know, they giving it out. Yeah, we'll take it. But that's a cheap, small thing.
That was game, man.
It was game. 40 acres and one mule. Come on, man. Like, oh, it's not damn that. I want the kingdom of heaven and rulership.
They're going to put you back in slavery with that 40
right,
acres.
Exactly. If I'll find some way to enact some law to take it right back. You know, it's crazy.
So now, as I said, man, you know, like, the Apostle Paul was a great man, man. He's a serious brother. You know what I'm saying? And like, once you learn, shalom, y'all. Shalom. Yo, what's up, Christ? Y'all about Shimon Shabbat thumb. Hey, man, I'm putting it down, brother.
I hear you putting it down.
I'm putting it down. You know what I'm saying? Like I was taught. That's right. That's what we do.
We talking about our struggle.
That's right. And that's it.
I was in the neighborhood. I think I'll swing through and say shalom.
It's good to see you, Adawan. It's good to see you, Adawan. Now, the Apostle Paul, if you study this Bible, you see like this was I understand why Christ chose him. Because he was a austere man just like Christ. Right. You understand? He didn't have no wife. You understand? He was serious about his business. Right. And if you read his letters and what he did, you'll understand that he was in the spirit. You understand? Just like Christ. Just a different level. Nobody's on the level of Christ. Okay, we're going to go to Romans chapter 1, verse. Now, like I said, what I'm going to show you here is all of these letters were written to the Israelites.
That's right.
Romans 1, 3 through 7, we're going to read now.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 1, and verse 3. Concerning his son, Jesus Christ, our Lord, which was made of the seed of David according to the flesh.
Now, here we are now. He's establishing who he's dealing with. He's saying Christ came from the seed of David, meaning that he's an Israelite.
Right.
Read on.
Verse 4, and declared to be the Son of the Most High with power, according to the Spirit of holiness, by the resurrection from the dead.
So here is Paul explaining to you, for those of you who can understand, that this is for the same people that Christ came for. You understand? What he's teaching and what he's doing is for the same people that Christ came for. Right. The seed of David, the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the Israelites. Let's go to 1 Corinthians 1, verse 1 and 2. Slack Go ahead. What were you going to say?
You want to read down to 7? Or you good?
Yeah, we can read down to 7. Throw out of 1.
Kind. This is the book of Romans chapter 1, verse 5. By whom we have received grace and apostleship.
So he's saying that he's an apostle. His assignment was given to him by Christ. That's what he's saying.
For obedience to the faith among all nations for his name. Verse 6. Among whom are ye also the called of YAHANNA. Verse 7. To all that be in Rome.
Hold on. To all that be in Rome. That's right. All of you people that's in Rome now, he's going to tell you who they are. Read on.
To all that be in Rome, beloved of the Most High, called to be saints.
That's the word that I want you to focus on in this particular scripture.
That's right.
Saints, because I already did a class on the saints and who they are. And the saints are the saint. The word saint is derived from a Greek word that means he who is chosen of God. That's what the word saint means. And if you go, we could do it quickly. In the 148th Psalm, it tells you who the saints are. Chapter 14 in the it's many scriptures. That's a whole nother subject that I don't want to get into. But the saints are the Israelites. We could reach 148th Psalm, please. Just so I can prove that real quick.
No sweat.
The 148th Psalm, chapter. I mean, not chapter, but verse. I think it's 14. Yes, verse 14.
I'm just
going to show you, if I may, who the saints are in the Bible, man.
That's right.
And I mean, there's many scriptures that could prove, but I'm just going to use one right now for time's sake, so I can get back to my subject matter. Because this word is key to what I'm trying to prove here. And in order for you to accept this proof that I'm going to give you, you have to understand this word right here, saint. Read.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 148, verse 14. He also exalted the horn of his people.
Hold on. The horn of his people. Read on.
The praise of all his saints.
Of all his what?
Saints.
All his people are saints. Read on.
Even of the children of Israel.
Even of the children of Israel.
Damn right.
That's right.
Damn right.
I mean, I can go on proving it, but to me, that's enough proof for tonight. You understand? For tonight, that's enough proof.
Right.
The children of Israel are the saints, man. Whenever you see the saints, man, whether it's in the Old Testament or the New, Aaron was a saint. He was chosen. Wherever you see the word saint, it means the children of Israel. That's it. That's all. Okay? So now, let's go. Did we do Corinthians 1 and 1? Let me have 1 Corinthians chapter 1, verse 1 and 2. This is Paul. This is another epistle, and this is who he's addressed in the letter. Epistle's a letter to.
This is the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 1, verse 1. Paul, called to be an apostle of YAHANNA through the will of the Most High, and Sosthenes, our brother. Verse 2. Unto the church of the Most High, which is at Corinth, to them that are sanctified in YAHANNA, called to be saints.
There go that word again. So here he's telling this letter he sent to the brothers in Corinth, and he's letting them know. You understand? He's talking to them, the saints in Corinth. You understand that they're being called, meaning that you're called to be the chosen according to the gospel of Christ. Right. That's what he's really saying. The word saint means he who is chosen of the Most High, to be God's chosen. That's what the word means. Look it up. Okay, let's go to 2 Corinthians 1 and 1. That was the word saint. That's why I need you to understand what that word really means. That word means, and basically means the Israelites. That's basically what the word means, because we're the chosen.
Right.
We're the chosen. We're the saints. That's what it is. It's consistent throughout the Bible. You understand? It's not something that happens here and it doesn't happen anywhere else. Every time you see this word, it's talking about the Israelites. You got that?
Sir. This is the book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 1, verse 1.
This is a third epistle. Read.
Paul, an apostle of YAHANNA by the will of the Most High, and Timothy, our brother, unto the church of the Most High, which is at Corinth, with all the saints.
Oh, once again, also, you got to understand what church means. Church is not a building. The word church, which is derived from a Hebrew word, it means the people, the congregation, not a building.
That's right.
A church is not a building. A church is a people, a mass of people, a holy convocation. That's the church, not a building. Read on.
Kanawakam.
Read that again, matter of fact, if you could.
Kanawakam. Paul, an apostle of YAHANNA by the will of the Most High, and Timothy, our brother, unto the church of the Most High, which is at Corinth, with all the saints which are in all Achaia.
So what he's saying is that this letter that I'm writing here, this letter, because that's what an epistle is, he wrote this letter to the people, the Israelites that was in the city of Corinth.
Right.
And he's trying to tell them about Christ. You understand? And he's trying to tell them that we're going to come back to God, man. That's what Paul's mission was from Christ, an apostle of Jesus Christ, meaning that Christ gave him the assignment. That's what it's talking about here, man.
Yeah, right.
It's not talking about no spooky Catholicism, man. This is talking about real people talking to one another, communicating, trying to get the word out.
Right.
That's what we do. If you could, sir, go ahead.
I mean, what you're saying is so heavy because it shows, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, in the Roman Catholic Church, they've turned everything into some kind of spooky, mystical, fairy tale, fable type thing.
Right.
And because of that, our people can't understand simply that if I write a letter to a group of people and I say, you know, everybody or whoever, I'm talking to the people who I was addressing. Because it's like you said, it's real people in a real place with real letters that are really read by a brother. You know what I'm saying? It's not some, you know what I mean? This is not the damn you know, King Arthur. You know what I mean? This is real talk. Salakia.
Wide out of one. Listen, it was like Brother Kowal said, man. This is about us, man.
Right.
You understand? This ain't no spookism. You understand? He said, Brother Kowal said, a language that we could not understand.
That's
right. You know,
That's right.
this is why they teach us all of this nonsense, because we don't really understand these words. That's why I broke down the word saint, because a lot of these word epistles and this, that, and the other, these are designed so that you wouldn't understand unless you did research. And they put that handkerchief head preacher out there in front of you.
That's right.
To misguide you.
Right.
You understand? That's his job. That's why he gets paid. That's why he don't pay no taxes.
Right.
That's his job, to mislead you, man, and teach you a religion called Christianity that they made up, you understand, to control you. Right. You can look at the history, man. Council of Nicaea 325 AD. Look it up. So these are the apostles that Paul, the letters that Paul sent, you know, to the Israelites in various cities.
That's right.
Now we're going to go to the next apostle, which is Galatians. And we're going to read chapter 1, verse 1 through 3. When you get it, let me know. I don't want. So what I'm going to show you is that each one of these letters, epistles, is sent to the Israelites, man. Paul came for the Israelites because Christ came for the Israelites.
That's right.
There is no difference, you know, in the assignment that was given to Christ and that was given to Paul.
Right.
There's no difference, man. It's for the same people. Christ said, I came only for the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Every letter that Paul wrote or every epistle in this Bible was written to the Israelites. You got that?
Sir.
If you could read, please.
This is the book of Galatians, chapter 1 and verse 1. Paul, an apostle, not of men, neither by man, but by YAHANNA Mashiach, and the Most High, the Father, who raised him from the dead. Verse 2. And all the brethren which are with me unto the churches of Galatia.
Now, Salakia, he said the brethren. Now, we already told you, we already showed you who his brethren is, who he's talking about. And we also told you what the church was. The church was the congregation of people. Right. Read on.
And all the brethren which are with me unto the churches of Galatia. Verse 3, grace be to you and peace from the Most High, the Father, and from our Lord Yahushua. For who gave himself for our sins, that he might deliver us from this present evil world.
See, our sins, the brethren, our sins. This is more proof that these epistles or letters are for the Israelites.
That's right.
Let's go to Galatians 2:15.
Sir.
These letters were important. You understand? Because these letters communicated to these Israelites that were outside of Jerusalem. You understand that they could come back and that there was a new teaching going on, a new way to come back to the Most High. When you could.
This is the book of Galatians chapter 2 and verse 15. We who are Jews by nature, and not sinners of the Gentiles.
Oh, right there. We who are see what I'm saying?
Right.
Put it together, man. We who are Jews by nature. What does that mean? That means that you was born a Jew.
Right.
You can't convert. You can't be a spiritual Israelite.
Right.
You have to be born an Israelite.
That's right.
By nature. That's what it means. You can't join. If you're not an Israelite, don't come through these doors, man.
That's right.
Don't come, man. We don't want you in here, man. We want our people. That's what it is, because that's what the Most High want. He want us. He want us to come back to him, and that's it.
That's right.
Not these other nations. Y'all can go wherever you want. Go join any religion, follow any God, but you ain't coming in here.
Right.
Forget about it. Okay, so you finished with that other one? Anything else?
I can read down to 16.
Go ahead.
The book, Galatians chapter 2, verse 16. Knowing that a man is not justified by the works of the law, but by the faith of Yahushua. Even we have believed in Yahushua that we might be justified by the faith of Christ, and not by the works of the law.
What he's basically saying is that it's not about being afraid of the punishments of the law, but it's about doing it out of faith, out of love of Christ to do the law. You understand? These people try to make it seem like the law is done away with, which is nonsense. Not even going to go into that tonight. Right. But that's what it really means. Right? You do in the spirit of Christ, man. What the spirit of Christ washed people's feet. You understand? Christ was a brother, the ultimate brother.
That's right.
That's what he was, man. That's what he was teaching us, man. That's what he was really teaching us, man. How to be brothers. That's what we teach in the I.S.U.P.K, man. You understand? It's a wonderful thing, man. I'm trying to tell you. I got one other one. You know, it's a wonderful thing to learn the brotherhood that Christ taught, man, and to actually see it put into effect, man. You understand? Right. That's why I'm not ashamed. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not ashamed of none of this. This is the best thing that ever happened to me in my life.
That's right.
That's it. Okay, so let's go to Ephesians chapter 1. We're going to read verses 1 through 4. Ephesians 1 through 4, chapter 1, verses 1 through 4. So this is another epistle or letter. Now, I've shown you that all the epistles up to now was written to the Israelites, the saints, or the Jews by nature.
That's right.
You got that? If you could, sir.
This is the book of Ephesians, chapter 1, verse 1. Paul, an apostle of Yahushua by the will of the Most High, to the saints.
Oops. Say that again.
To the saints.
This letter, he's saying right here, he's an apostle of Christ. He works for Christ. And this letter is to the saints, man, to the Israelites. Read again.
Kalawakan, Paul, an apostle of Yahushua, by the will of the Most High, to the saints which are at Ephesus, and to the faithful in Yahushua Mashiach.
See, it's clear. This is who the letter is for, man. If I send a letter to Officer Tabawan and the letter's accidentally put into another man's mailbox, man, that letter ain't for him.
Right.
He might like what's in the letter,
Right.
but it ain't for him.
That's right.
It's for Tabawan.
Right.
This is what we're doing, man. We're not here. We're not sending a letter to these other nations, man.
Right.
Because Christ didn't do that. Paul didn't do that. We here for Israelites, yo.
Yeah, right.
We here for Israelites. We doing this for Israelites, for the love of Israelites. We want that promise, man. Every brother that's in the I.S.U.P.K, he know about that promise, man. And he know what that means, man. We know what it is, man. You understand what I'm saying? We're going to be calling shots, man.
That's right.
That's what we hope for. That's for the hope and the faith in Christ.
That's
man.
right.
Christ is running everything. And you know, we are going to be his minions.
Right.
You understand? That's what we hope for. Go ahead, sir.
That's a cold shot to these heathen nations who especially the fake Jew. He likes, like you say, he likes what's in these letters. He likes what he sees in the Bible, but it's not for him.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? It's not for none of these nations who search our scriptures, but it's for our people to understand that this is in there and it's for us. You know what I'm saying?
That's what it is. That's right. The water for that, brother. So, okay, now we're going to go to Philippi.
Okay.
Philippi. I never get that. I never get that one right out of one. Philippi, verse 1. 1 and 1.
Kalawakan. You said Philippi. Okay. I'll read down. Philippi, verse 1 and 1. This is the book of Philippians, chapter 1 and verse 1. Paul and Timothy, the servants of Yahushua, to all the saints.
Oh. Go ahead.
To all the saints in Yahushua Mashiach, which are at Philippi, with the bishops and deacons.
See, all the saints. These letters are to the Israelites in these particular cities.
That's right. That's right.
You understand? That's all it means, man. It's not hard. It's not hard. They make it hard to confuse you. They think that anybody could be a saint, so they make. Go ahead, brother, Officer Salaki.
What you're saying is so heavy, because every single day in America, somebody gets a package or a piece of mail that has their name on it and the address where they live in their city.
Right.
Now, imagine if I go to somebody else's house in Raleigh, North Carolina, and be like, you know what, you got this check. Well, let's say Raleigh. So I think I get a piece of that too, because they say Raleigh, I'm in Raleigh, so I must be able to get down with that too. You know what I'm saying? It's absolutely crazy. What you're bringing out is just put a straight cut to that garbage, man.
Right.
It's a straight cut. Every single one is telling you to these people who happen to live here.
Right.
God.
Yeah, right.
That's what, Paul made it clear, man. And we're making it clear, man. They ain't fooling us with this nonsense, man. You understand what I'm saying? We come to school, man. We study these scriptures.
Right.
We have captains. We have generals. We have officers. That's way before me. 30 years studying. 40 years studying, man. You understand? Not going to church once a week and reading some scriptures, man, but doing research, man, and studying and teaching, man, the truth of this Bible, man. This ain't no game we playing here. This is serious business.
Yeah, right.
And we want to give it to you. And it's free of charge.
That's right.
We don't charge you nothing. You come in here, we don't pass out no damn plate. We be glad to see you sitting in that chair.
Right.
They was glad when I walked in there about 2 years ago. They was glad. They treated me well. They was glad to see me in that chair. You understand? I ain't know what was going on.
Right.
You understand? But I learned and I stayed and I learned and I'm staying.
That's right.
I'm here. You understand? Let us have, now we're going to the next epistle. Colossians, chapter 1, verses 1 through 4. It's the same thing, but I just want to prove it to you. They're saying the same thing.
Kalawakan. This is the book of Colossians, chapter 1 and verse 1. Paul, an apostle of YAHANNA by the will of the Most High, and Timothy, our brother, to the saints and faithful brethren in YAHANNA, which are at Colossus. Grace be unto you and peace from our God, our Father, and Lord Yahawashi Mashiach.
Didn't I tell you it was going to say the same thing? It's saying the same thing, but just to a different town, man.
That's right.
It's basically these letters. Each letter has a little bit different content, but they're, certain of the congregations or churches were on different levels. So he told different churches different things, but they're all addressed to the same people, the Israelites, the saints, man.
Right.
This is why they, we go hard against the Catholic Church. Right. This is why we go hard against the Christians, man, because they will never tell you this, man. Right. They will have you believing that these letters and all of the things contained therein are for everybody. Right. And that's not true, man. It's not true, man. Stop lying to the people.
That's right.
You understand? Stop lying. You understand? That's why the Most High said, if you don't love the Most High, you understand? If you don't love your brother who you have seen and say you love the Most High you have not seen, you're a damn liar.
That's right.
You're a damn liar. That's what it is. Okay, that was Colossians, right? Let's go to the next epistle. This is, we're going to Thessalonians chapter 1, verse 3 and 4. I'm telling you now, if you haven't caught on yet, it's going to say the same thing again to the same people. I'm just getting, and the last one we get to is going to just sum it up as clear as day. But this is Thessalonians 1, 3 and 4.
This is the book of First Thessalonians, chapter 1, verse 1. Paul.
No, 3 to 4.
Salakia.
You can read one, though. Go ahead, read one.
Paul and Silvanus and Timothy unto the church of the Thessalonians, which is in the Most High, the Father, and in the Lord Yahawashi Mashiach. Grace be unto you and peace from the Most High, our Father, and Yahawashi Mashiach. Verse 2, we give thanks to the Most High always for you all, making mention of you in our prayers. Verse 3, remembering without ceasing your work of faith and labor of love and patience of hope in our Lord Yahawashi in the sight of the Most High and our Father. Verse 4, knowing, brethren, beloved, your election of the Most High.
Your election. Election is something you elect. That means you choose it. Right. These are the chosen of God. Once again, read on.
Verse 5, for our gospel came not unto you in word only, but also in power and in the Holy Ghost and in much Holy Spirit and in much assurance.
Okay.
As ye know,
we could drop that.
We
could drop that. Let's go to 2 Thessalonians chapter 1, verse 2 and 3. Now, these are the letters that Paul wrote to the congregations in these cities. Man. The letter is named after the city where the people dwelled, for the most part. You understand? And he's writing these letters to his people, man, because Christ came for his people, and he sent Paul to his people. Right. You Israelites, blacks, Hispanics, and Native American. Right. That's who you are. You're gonna find out. If you could.
The book of 2 Thessalonians, chapter 1 and verse 2. Grace unto you and peace from the Most High, our Father, and the Lord Yahawashi Mashiach. We are bound to thank the Most High always for you, brethren, as it is meet, because that your faith groweth exceedingly, and the charity of every one of you all toward each other aboundeth. Verse 4.
Right there. Read the top of verse 2 again, if you could.
The book of 2 Thessalonians, chapter 1 and verse 2. Grace unto you and peace from the Most High, our Father, and the Lord Yahawashi Mashiach.
Now, what did he say? He said, from the Lord our Father.
That's right.
So he's talking about he said, brethren. Once again, he's talking to the Israelites. He's writing to the Israelites. You understand? That's what this is all about. This is consistency. What I'm showing you here is consistency.
Right.
He's consistently writing these letters to the same people. He's describing them in the same way. He's showing love for them. He's showing you that they are God's people under Christ.
Right.
He's saying all of these things in his introductions. You understand? So that everybody will know who he's writing these letters or epistles for or to.
Right.
That's what's going on here. Let's go to 1 Timothy 1:1 and 2. Now I'm gonna tell you, they all basically going to say the same thing, but I want to make sure that we put it out there.
That's right.
You understand? So you can really understand, because I know some people might still have doubts about these things. You know, they might have a question that pops into their mind. You know,
Right.
I'm unable to answer any questions online today. You know, so you write your question down and you can call in again at some other time when one of the higher ranking officers will be able to answer your questions, because I don't have the ability up here with my phone to do so. Like if somebody, I don't know. Like
I'll look in the chat, see if there's any questions.
Con, I don't want to come. If I know it, I'll answer it. Okay, Most High in Christ. So we're at what are we at? 1 Timothy verses 1 and 2, please.
This book of 1 Timothy, chapter 1, verse 1. Paul, an apostle of Yahawashi by the commandment of the Most High, our Savior, and Lord Yahawashi Mashiach, which is our hope. Verse 2. Unto Timothy, my own son in the faith, grace, mercy, and peace from the Most High, our Father, and Yahawashi, our Lord.
That's verse 2. So in that verse, he's identifying you as being the chosen of God. You understand, the people that God chose under Christ, his brethren. So that's letting you know once again who he's writing to. This is exclusive.
That's right.
It's exclusive. It's not for everybody.
Right.
We're gonna prove it. We got more proof. Let's go to Titus 1 and 1. Yeah, so let's go to Titus 1 and 1. And if you could.
No sweat. This is the book of Titus, chapter 1 and verse 1. Paul, a servant of the Most High and an apostle of Yahawashi, according to the faith of the Most High's elect.
Let's stop right there. According to the faith of the Most High's elect. Who is the Most High's elect?
Right.
Who are they? It's the same people we've been talking about since 1969.
That's right. Damn right.
It's the Israelites, man. Keep it real, man. I mean, that's what it says, man. I didn't write none of this.
Right.
But I read it and I studied it and I understand who they're talking to. Read it from the top again, sir.
The book of Titus, chapter 1 and verse 1. Paul, a servant of the Most High and an apostle of Yahawashi, according to the faith of the Most High's elect, and the acknowledging of the truth which is after godliness. Verse 2. In hope of eternal life, which the Most High, that cannot lie, promised before the world began.
See, this promise was made before the world began.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Meaning that the Most High knew what he was doing, man.
Right.
From way back, and it's for the Israelites, man.
Right.
Now, you did what you did, we did what we did, and we got punished for it. 7 captivities. 7. All kind of degradation. All kind of destruction and mayhem.
Right.
The Most High punished us, and we deserved it. We deserved death.
Right.
You understand? But through all of that, the love of a father prevails for his children.
That's right.
You understand? The love of a father, this is what this is about, man. Like, y'all was some badass kids. I'm going to whip the hell out of you.
Right.
but I'm still gonna take care of you. You still gonna get your inheritance. That's a father. That's the Most High in Christ. This is what we're talking about here, man. In simple terms, man. That's the best I could do. That was Titus, right? Okay, we got 3 more epistles, letters. Let's have Philemon, chapter 1, verse 5. And like I said, it might start to sound a little redundant because his introductions are very similar in each letter or each epistle. Philemon, that's how you say it? Okay. So Philemon or Philemon, you understand? And this is another epistle. I think this is number 12 or number 13. This is number 12. Read.
This is the book of Philemon, chapter 1, verse 1. Paul, a prisoner of YAHANNA, and Timothy, our brother, unto Philemon, our dearly beloved and fellow laborer, and to our beloved Apphia and Archippus, our fellow soldier, and to the church in thy house. 3, grace to you and peace from the Most High, our Father, and the Lord Yahushua. I thank the Most High, making mention of thee always in my prayers. Verse 5, hearing of the love and faith which thou hadst toward Yahushua and toward all saints.
There we go. Like he keeps saying the same thing over and over again because the truth never changes, man. That's right. The truth is that Paul continued in the assignment that he was given, and the assignment that he was given was to go to the Israelites that were scattered abroad in these various cities. Shalom says, in these various cities, and to bring them back into the fold and teach them what Christ taught him. You understand? This is what Paul was doing, man. These are the Israelites. Paul is an apostle of Christ. He works for Christ. He does Christ's bidding. You understand? And Christ does the Lord, the Most High's bidding. Understand? They are one. They are in accordance to one another. That's what that means. So this is what Paul is doing, man. He's going to these cities and he's talking about the Israelites. He's talking to the Israelites. He's trying to save the Israelites. You ain't mentioned, he hasn't mentioned none other nation, has he?
That's right.
We've been through 12 epistles. Epistle or every letter is directed to the Israelite. Prove me wrong, you can't do it. So this is we're gonna go to Hebrews. Now that's almost self-explanatory. Hebrews. This is another epistle, a letter that Paul sent out. You understand? And this letter right here is, I mean, if you read Hebrews and you don't understand what's going on, come into the I.S.U.P.K.
That's right.
Come into the I.S.U.P.K. because it's written to the Hebrews by a Hebrew. And watch what he says. Let's have Hebrews 1 and 1.
Got it, one concert. This is the book of Hebrews, chapter 1 and verse 1. The Most High, who at sundry times and in diverse manners spake in time past unto the fathers by the prophets, hath in these last days spoken unto us by his Son, whom he hath appointed heir of all things, by whom also he made the worlds.
Stop right there. He said it. You might not have caught it, but he said it already. He said, read it from the top again.
The Most High, who at sundry times and in diverse manners spake in time past unto the fathers by the prophets, hath in these last days spoken unto us by his Son, whom he hath appointed heir of all things, by whom also he made the worlds.
Okay. In verse 1, it says, unto the fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, by the prophets. All of the prophets of the Bible, every last one of them is an Israelite. That's right. You want proof? I'm going to give you proof. Let me have the 147th Psalm, please. And what I'm doing here is I'm proving that every epistle, every letter that Paul sent out was to the Israelites. And I think I proved it already, but we got a couple more, and then we're going to, summation. You know what I'm saying? We're going to break it down for you. Let me have that, the 147th Psalm, please, sir. Chapter 19 and 20, please.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 147, verse 19. He showeth his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. Verse 20. He hath not dealt so with any nation, and as for his judgments, they have not known them. Praise ye the Lord.
See, he only communicated with the people of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
Right.
He only sent prophets to the Israelites. Yeah, right. That's it. You understand? That's it. No other nation received a prophet from God. And they can't prove it with the truth, because this is the truth that he only deals with. Let me have Amos 3:1. He only deals with Israelites. That's it. He only sent prophets and communications to Israelites, man. Right. I'm sorry if you ain't an Israelite, man. I'm sorry. It ain't for you, man. It's for the Israelites. You understand? That's what this whole Bible is for and about. One bloodline, man. That's right. Read this Bible. You understand? All the other nations are happenstance. Right. You understand? They just happen to be there. But this book is not about them. They're there because they're dealing with us on different levels. You understand? They're warring with us. They're whoring with us. Right. They're doing all kinds of things with us. That's why they're mentioned. Right. But if they don't come in contact with us, they're not mentioned anyway in the Bible. That's right. You understand what I'm saying? Because the Most High does not love these nations like he loves us. He doesn't love them. He loves us. You got that, Amos?
I'm
going to prove that to you too. Now, remember, I was talking about a father here. I was talking about the Most High in terms of being a father because he's the father of all. But Israel is my son, my firstborn. You understand? That's a distinction. That's a separation from the other nations. He's not saying Israel's the only people. He didn't say that. Right. He's saying it's his favorite, his people, his chosen people. That's what he's saying. You got that?
Sir. This is the book of Amos, chapter 3, verse 1. Hear this word that the Lord have spoken against you, O children of Israel.
See, he's talking to the children of Israel, man. And this is not good, what he's about to say. This is not something that we're going to jump up for joy about, but it's the truth.
That's right.
Read on.
O children of Israel, against the whole family, which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying.
Hold on. Hold right there. The people, the whole family, meaning Israel is a big family. Right. It's 12 families, 12 tribes. That's who he's talking to. Israel, the 12 tribes of Israel. That's the whole family. Right. Those are the only people that he brought out of Egypt, was the Israelite. Now they talking about these other, what they call them, these other nations that came along with us. Right. The mixed multitude. He didn't bring them out. They just want to be down. So they came with us. But they wasn't brought out of Egypt. They just saw that something good was happening. And they said, yo, let's go down with this. Right. The Egyptians are destroyed. Let's get up out of here. So they came with us. You understand? But they were not taken out or led out of Egypt. Read on.
Verse 2, the book of Amos, chapter 3, verse 2. You only have I known.
Hold right there. You only. Exclusivity. I love that word. Exclusive. You only. You know what I'm saying? If it's 100 people and you're talking to one person, if Officer Kowal and I are sitting in a stadium and it's 55,000 people.
Right.
And I'm talking to Officer Kowal. I'm only talking to him. Right. They might be there, but I'm only talking to him. That's right. Exclusive. Continue, sir.
You only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore, I will punish you for all your iniquities.
See, that's what I'm talking about. See, in terms of being a father, he said, I only knew you. You're my only child. You're my child.
Right.
I don't care about the mother name. I'm punished. I'm whipping you.
That's right.
That's what he's saying.
Right.
You of all the nations of the earth, of all the families. Go ahead, sir.
Heavy because, you know, any brother, if you know what I mean, if you grew up with a father figure or with a father in your life, you know exactly what that's like.
Right.
The minute you do something ridiculous and the first thing come out your mouth is, well, so-and-so did it. Well, everybody was doing it. And what they tell you, I don't care about them. You my child. You know what I'm saying? Like, you my son, you my daughter. Well, they can do whatever the hell they want to do. Right. That's their parents' business. So the Most High is telling us the same thing, like you said. You know what I'm saying? Like what you bring it out is right on point. And that's why our people, we don't recognize that this could only be talking about us, right, because we're that child.
Exclusive.
Exclusive.
Right. Exactly. Why?
That's heavy.
Go ahead, sir.
That's heavy bringing it out because I remember one time my homeboy, he did some wild stuff in school, and he said the same thing. Officer One was saying, like, you know, Craig and them, they was doing it too. And his mom's was like, "What are they going to share in this ass whooping? Are they going to share in this punishment with you?"
That's
okay, we'll keep that next time. Think about that next time you do it. Then you know what I mean. So yeah.
Read that again from the top.
Kana Wakan. This
verse 2. Verse 2.
Kana Wakan. This book of Amos, chapter 3 and verse 2. You only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore, I will punish you for all your iniquities.
You understand? See, so the Most High is only dealing with Israelites, man, throughout this Bible. You cannot find, just a sec, you cannot find anywhere in this Bible, right, these scriptures, where the Most High is dealing with another nation.
That's right.
And you can't find it. Now, he sent dreams and things like that and visions to people, like when that dude, what's his name, was trying to get at Sarah. What's his name? He tried to get at Sarah, and the Most High came to him in a dream and said, "Yo, if you mess with her, you dying, you dead." Right. I forget his name, Abimelech, or something like that. Well, anyway, he tried to get at Sarah, and the Most High told him in a dream, "Yo, if you touch her, I'm gonna kill you." Right. Just like that. That's what he told him. If you touch her, you a dead man. Read it for yourself. Abimelech, right? You know, the Most High is no joke, man, because Sarah is the mother of our nation, man. Right. She was a great woman, man. She called Abraham Lord. You understand? She called her man Lord, and she was the greatest woman on the earth. You understand? She called her man Lord because he was worthy of that. Right. And she was worthy. You understand? And nobody could touch her, brother. He told Abimelech was a king. And he told him Abimelech wanted to take her, you know, and he did take her, but he never touched her because the Most High said, "Yo, if you touch her, read it for yourself. You're a dead man." That's what he told him. Okay, so the Most High deals with Israel and he protects his. He protects his, he loves his, but he will put a spanking on you, right, that you will never forget. That was the purpose. What was that one you read in what was it? Hold on a second. I'm gonna bring that one back out because that was deep. In Baruch 4 and 6. I'm gonna read that one again because read that for me, brother. Salakia. Because the Most High wasn't playing, man. You know, and we have to get to know our Father, you understand, so we can know how to come back into his house, man. Right. We got to have the proper respect and honor for our Father, man. You understand? That's why he gave us the law, statutes, and commandments. Right. That's why he sent Christ, man. You know how we get back? We have to be brotherly and sisterly to one another, man. Right. In the faith of Christ, man, doing the law, statutes, and commandments, man. That's how you get back in your Father's good grace, in his house, man. I'm trying, man. I'm going for it.
That's right.
You go for whatever you want to go for. That's right. You got that other one?
Kana Wakan. This is the book of Baruch, we in the Apocrypha, chapter 4 and verse 6. Ye were sold to the nations, not for your destruction, but because ye moved the Most High to wrath. Ye were delivered unto the enemies.
Now, ain't that's beautiful to me, because that means like we're not in this condition to be destroyed, man. Right. We're even in America that they've destroyed us basically, but he's going to save us out of this. Right. Even though, look at us, man. You see what we are here in America and how we're perceived. You know, we're considered the worst people in the country, on the earth. They turn our women into whores. Right. You understand? I hate that, man. Right. Just for that, I hate you. That's right. I hate you, Edomite. Right. You turned my woman into a whore. Right. You understand? You're worthy of death. That's right. You understand? I hate you for that. That's right. That feels good saying that, but I've been wanting to say it because I see, we started a new what is it? Unplugged from the Matrix, and they told me to get TikTok.
Right.
Man, Lord have mercy, man. And then Megan Stallion and the other one, Cardi B, they beautiful sisters, man. But look at them, man. They're a piece of shit, man.
Right. That's right.
They are whores, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And this is what they have our young women aspiring to be, man. Right. I've been in a relationship for a long time, so I haven't really talked to a woman in a long time. You know what I'm saying? But Lord, some of the stuff that I hear, man, man, I ain't going out there, man. Right. I ain't going out there. I'm scared. I'm scared. For real, man. Because these women out here, man, they're gone, man. They're gone, man, not because they're bad people, but because they're misled. And we have to always understand that. Right. They're misled in this hellhole we call America, man. Right. They love to make our women whores, man. Right. They've made our woman the sex object of the earth, man. Right. And she's the best. That's right. You understand? But they have coerced her into being a proud whore. And we ain't standing for it. We standing up. We speaking out against it because it's a horrible crime against our people. Right. The condition of our nation is the condition of our woman. That's right. You can't have a whore for a mother and have a righteous nation. You ain't having it. Right. Go ahead, sis.
Salakia, sir. I was watching this video on Instagram. This girl, she was down in Miami for Bike Week or whatever, and she was twerking on this car on her back. And her baby daddy had found her and snatched off the car. And she was talking about how they went separately and he came down there just to find her so he could bring her home.
See?
And, that's his baby mama.
See, brothers, y'all got to get it together, man. We got it together in here because there ain't no whores in here. That's right. There ain't no whores in here. And, I'm not talking about I.S.U.P.K, but especially the tribe of Judah. We love whores. That's why they whores. Because the more whorish they act, the more we pretend that we desire them. But what we really want is the box. Right. We don't really want the woman. Right. That's how we've been fooled and coerced and thinking that's all a woman is worth. Right. But in I.S.U.P.K, we follow the law. If you have sex with that woman, that is your wife. Yeah, right. That is your wife. And the only reason that you can leave her if she sleep with another man. Other than that, I don't care how much you argue. Right. I don't care how much you fight verbally, because we don't put our hands on women. That's right. That's cowards. Right. Any man that beat on a woman is a damn coward. Right. That's right. You understand? Because he know he could win. Right. That's when a coward only fights when he know he could win. Right. You understand? We don't touch our women. We go to counsel. That's right. You understand? And so what they did to our women is a terrible thing, and the I.S.U.P.K stands strong against it, man. Right. These are real men. I'm 63 years old. I never followed nobody. Right. I wasn't listening to nobody. I didn't join no group. I was a Muslim, but I wasn't following anybody in particular. Right. I didn't join the Nation of Islam. I didn't follow, but I came in here, and I'm under men that are worthy to serve under. They are worthy to serve on. I don't care how old they are. Understand? Because they and I are one under Christ. We are one, man. We got one goal together to teach our people. And my goal really, man, is to get in that kingdom, man. Man, I want to know what it is to be under a righteous king, man. What's better than that? What's better than that? Tell me. Nothing. Okay, let me get back because I got a couple of more. Let's go. We did Hebrews. Oh, this is the last one. Okay. Did you finish reading it?
I didn't get what?
Yeah. But he's punishing us.
Right.
He's punishing us, man. He said, I'm going to punish you, my child, for your evils, your iniquities.
Right.
He didn't say he's going to punish the other nations. I just showed you in the 147th Psalm, the other nations, they ain't get their punishment yet.
Right.
As for the judgments, they have not known them.
That's right.
They haven't gotten their punishment yet. We're getting ours now.
That's right.
I'm glad.
Yeah.
God, man, let me tell you, man, when I found out I was an Israelite, boy, if I could have done a backflip. This, when you say the promise, right? Like the promise is like, is nothing better, man. I'm telling you. I don't care what you do. I don't care where you go, Islam. There's nothing comparable to the truth and the promise that the Most High gave to Israel.
That's right.
You're never going to find it, man. You could go to these Egyptologists and you can see the pictures of their gods doing all kind of immoral acts.
Right.
And you can follow that if you want. You could. Go ahead.
Right.
You understand? They can't even relate to us, meaning that those writings that they have and those teachings that they have are not specific to us. It doesn't include us, man. I've studied it. There's nothing that relates to Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians in their writings at all. You understand? That's why I left.
Right.
But if you open up this Bible,
That's right.
it's all about you. It's only about you.
Right.
You are the benefactors, the prime benefactors. You benefit from this book more than anybody else. Only if you do the commandments and the faith in Christ. That's the road. That's the narrow path, man. You got to do these commandments, man. The Most High is not giving this away for free or without you doing something. He requires something from you. You understand? The apostles worked hard. Christ ain't give them nothing. Most of them didn't even have a house to live in. They depended on other people to feed them.
Right.
You understand? So they earned their spot.
Right.
You understand? We want to earn our spot.
That's right.
We want to earn our spot, man. I want to be with that. I don't care what these other people got. I don't care what they're doing. To hell with them. I don't care about these other nations. I don't care if they're getting racially attacked.
Right.
Where the hell were they when we were getting murdered?
Right. That's right.
They wasn't with us. They didn't march with us. Where was them Africans? Where were they? Did they go to the UN and make a case for us? No. They said, well, we sorry we sold you into slavery.
Right.
That's the best we've gotten from them. You understand? They are not our people, man. And they know it, man. Hey, man, I've been around a lot of Africans in my life. I was in a relationship with an African. I know about Africans, man. They are not us, man. They are totally different people, man. You understand? And especially the food. But let me not even get into that.
Right.
Let's go into, let me have James 1:1. I think this is the last epistle or the last letter that the rest of the letters were written by Peter. But this is James 1:1. And this is going to sum it all up for you, for those who might still have a little bit of doubt.
Right.
Just a little bit. So we're going to read that when you get it, brother. This is the epistle of James. This is the letter that Paul wrote.
This is the book of James, chapter 1 and verse 1. James, a servant of the Most High and of the Lord YAHANNA, to the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad. Greeting, my brethren. Count it all joy when ye fall into diverse temptations.
Now, he said it. The 12 tribes which are scattered. That's what I said from the beginning. That these letters and that this mission was to the 12 tribes that were scattered throughout what we call Asia Minor and Europe.
Right.
You understand? This is what this is about. This is what Paul's mission is, man. Paul was not no damn Catholic, man.
Right.
Peter wasn't no Catholic, man. St. Peter's Square. It was St. Peter. Yeah, they got that part right. He was a saint because he was an Israelite.
That's right.
I've already proven to you that the word saint means chosen of God, and that those are the Israelites. Every time you see the word saint in this Bible, they're talking about Israelites.
Right.
That's it. So once again, the whole Bible, when I first came on, I told you that we tell people that this whole Bible is about Israel, for Israel, and that we have to prove it. So I took a small part of the Bible, the 14 epistles of Paul, some say 13 epistles of Paul, and I proved to you beyond any reasonable doubt that Paul was writing to Israelites in cities outside of Jerusalem, in other nations. That's what he was doing. And I've proven it to you with his own words.
Right.
Now, how can you dispute it? You can't. You can't debunk it. You can't even dispute it. You understand? Because we are the I.S.U.P.K. and we don't play. We tell the truth, whether you like it or not. The book of Isaiah, chapter 58, verse 1, it says, read it for me. Con out of one con. That's perfect.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 58 and verse 1. Cry aloud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and show my people their transgression, and the house of Jacob their sins.
There it is again. We ain't supposed to come out here and tear fire, man. You know, is that the right expression? No, that's the wrong expression. Salakia. We supposed to go hard. The water. We supposed to go hard, you know, and tell our people these things, man. You know, we are wicked, man, in this earth, man, right now. The whole of our people. But read about who we came from. The grace and beauty of these sisters, man, that were our foremothers, man. How beautiful they were, how they acted, man. Their grace, you know, their faithfulness, their obedience to their husbands, man. You don't know nothing about that. We're telling you about it. The Bible tells you about it. You understand? And that's what this is all about. We are here for you. We are the I.S.U.P.K. out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General YAHANNA. That's who we are forever. And with that, not yet? Okay. Okay, so I got a couple of more scripts, you know, because, you know, this whole book, you know, the Bible is for us, man. It's our records. You know, I sent you another article, Tabawan. Like they found another scroll. I sent it to you. They found, like this week, no, in the past week and a half, they put 3 articles about scrolls that they found. One of them included the Apocrypha. And this one that they found now, they said is like 300 years older than the Dead Sea Scroll. And it's mostly the book of Deuteronomy. I got the article. I'll show it to you after class. You seen it?
I got something right here.
That might be it. I saw it today, and I sent it to Captain Niatak, and I sent it to you. Was I correct? So, and this is the 3rd article of this type of proof or evidence. Now, this is 300 years before Christ. Now, they say the Dead Sea Scrolls are after Christ, 100 years or so after Christ. They, you know, this was during the time when, you know, when the Romans came in and we had to hide the scriptures up in the hills and the caves and stuff. So we took the scrolls and stuff and we put them in jars and we put them up in the caves. And they're now starting to find them. You understand? And now they found some that were the Dead Sea Scrolls were the oldest ones that they had found up until this point. But this one that they found recently, I don't know exactly when they found it, but this one is 300 to 500 years older than the Dead Sea Scrolls, according to the article. So this might be the oldest. You see it?
It was on Tuesday. When
it was on Tuesday?
16th.
Dwada. This one, they say is older. The book of Deuteronomy now. This is before Christ. You understand? This is evidence, man. They try to say the Israelites and all this is nonsense. Christ didn't exist. Yeah? Okay. How come everything he said come true?
Right.
How come? How come every curse in Deuteronomy 28 has come to pass?
That's right.
Everyone. We're not waiting for any of them to happen. They've all happened already or are happening now. You understand? You understand? The women, verse 54, the women, you know, the tender woman among us, he'll have an evil eye toward her husband. You understand? That's what's going on right now. You understand? That's the problem between the black man, the Hispanic man, the Native Indian man, and his woman, man. You understand? That's something that's going on throughout this country, man. This has come to pass. They put the iron yoke on us. Right. You understand? They've trounced us economically. We're the tail in all economic fields, man. Right. That's the scripture. They've taken our children from us. You understand? They've taken our land. Our inheritance they've taken from us, man. That's what the scriptures are talking about, man. He tells you who these people are. You understand? They don't care about the old or the young. Right. Their symbol is the eagle. Come on now. Right. All of these things have come to pass in our lifetime, man. We've seen our ancestors live these things, man. We're living it. Right. You understand? So let them tell somebody else that nonsense. Let them tell the Christians. Right. They might believe it. They might. And a lot of them do. You understand? The Lord loves everybody. The Lord loves everybody, and everybody could be saved. Matter of fact, I'm a Christian and I'm already saved. You know, I've heard them say that. And I used to say, what the hell? What are they saved from? Right. And they still in this hellhole. Right. They in the line with me. You understand? The grocery store. Right. At the gas station. Right. You know, what the hell they talking about they saved? What you saved from? You understand? There ain't nothing for you to be saved from yet. Right. When Christ come back, that's when you need to be saved. That's when it's good to be saved. Oh, boy. Because even that sucker who stabbed Christ in the ribs, Christ's going to kill him. It's in the Revelation. He's going to kill him, even him. His spirit is returning to the earth so Christ could kill him. So it ain't going to be no pretty day. So I'm doing my best in the I.S.U.P.K to serve. I'm a servant of you. I'm your servant. And the way I serve you is to teach you the Lord's statutes and commandments. That's right. And to follow my orders from my captain and my officer. You understand? That's my job. That's what I do. That's my life. Like, if I made the other day, and I can't speak on this on the camera. When I heard that, what happened with that brother? I went home and thought about that. Like, what would happen to me? What would I do? You understand? If I wasn't in the I.S.U.P.K anymore, what would I do, man? That's a scary thought, man. And I ain't trying to find out, you know. And with that, I turn the class over to precinct officer 500, 501. So wow.
I.S.U.P.K security announcements with the I.S.U.P.K start out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commandant General YAHANNA. New rules for brothers and sisters. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They're here to shed themselves of the world. After 6 months, if a brother or a sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother or sister will court each other. After this 6 month period, the brother or sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. You can find this in Numbers 18 and 21 and Malachi chapter 3 verses 8 through 10. It means 10th in Hebrew and is pronounced ma'ashera. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, you give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like to give. Upcoming Holy Convocation. Upcoming Holy Convocation, of course, will be the 52nd annual Passover. I'm saying Most High in Christ, clap it up for the 52nd annual Passover. It's going down in Houston, Texas at the BH Ranch, 14149 Players Street. How could you forget that? So make sure you get all your affairs in order. Again, by now, you definitely want to have your hotel arrangements and things of that nature already pretty much, figured out. But still, do whatever you got to do to get down there if you're Black, Hispanic, or Native Indian. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of events, a lot of different kind of activities. Then they got like horseback riding, a mansion party, pool party, you know what I'm saying? Archery.
Right.
I had forgotten the word archery existed. Like archery, but yeah, the archery is if you want to shoot bow and arrows, Most High in Christ. Oh, and I think they also, I did see a brother post that if anybody is going to be there, I think the day before the slaughter of the lambs, or maybe that same day, if you want to go to the gun range, contact Officer Shapat. Yeah, they got something for the kids too. Yeah, kids party, all kind of stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so just get all that together as soon as you can. I want to remind Akim and Akwati to check on social. You can sit. So, want to remind Akim and Akwati to check on social media, such as ISUPK.com, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and so on for ISUPK events and materials. If a brother wants to be a trooper in the school, then he is to start wearing all black, which includes black boots, shirt, pants, headband, or scarf. And with that,